Hello, YouTube and X. It's your main man, BTM here, bringing you back to the BTM Crypto News Network. So thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And what if I told you Stellar just made one of the biggest real world utility moves in a long time, and most people still have no idea what just happened? Today, Stellar announced it selected Zebec as the global stablecoin payroll infrastructure provider for the Stellar ecosystem. That means this is not just a random crypto partnership headline. This is about real time payroll, stablecoin payments, and potentially much bigger use case for Xlm and Zbcn going forward. So let me know what you guys think about that. Are you more bullish on XLM or ZBCN after the news? What up, Silver Days? Thanks for joining BTM Crypto News Network. So thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as always. Let me see. Where is it? But thanks for joining. Thanks for the BTM mob. And let's go back over to X. Let's see here. That's weird. Why is this thing live stream for Twitter not working? Always something, bro. It is always something. But thanks for joining. Trying to figure out why my Twitter feed is not up. But either way it goes, we're going to keep pushing. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let's start the screen share and see what we can see. Let's see here. Actually, it is here. That's weird. That's odd. But yeah, let's start the screen share. Let me refresh this real quick, see if that does anything. If that kicks us off. So there we go. We're back live on X as well. Let me see. Where is it? Yeah, let's start the screen share and see what we can see. So, of course, this is a sponsor, Caleb and Brown. Caleb and Brown is a crypto brokerage that helps you like, share, or it helps you on your crypto journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Caleb and Brown helps you self custody crypto and also gives you a one-on-one brokers. Let's go BTM. Smash the like and subscribe. Gives you 24/7 support and helps you along your crypto journey. So if you are new to crypto, it'd be a good place to start. You could get on and they could help you walk through crypto and understand what you're investing and where to get it from and what will be good investments so you don't lose all your crypto. So moving forward, let's play this quick video from Crypto News. This is a quick short. Run it real quick.
Been selected by Stellar organization to power stablecoin payroll across the Stellar ecosystem. Stellar is one of the original networks built specifically for global payments and remittances. So this isn't random. This is Zebec plugging directly into a network designed for moving money worldwide. And here's where it gets serious. Stellar is already integrated with MoneyGram. That means access to over 50 million users across Latin America and beyond. So Zebec isn't just building anymore, it's stepping into real distribution. Now, add this. Stellar and XRP Ledger were built for the same thing, using very similar tech to bring fast cross-border payments. So by integrating with Stellar, Zebec is now positioned to expand into XRP Ledger as well. This is what real adoption looks like. Getting people paid, moving money across borders, using stablecoins in real time. That is infrastructure. So while everyone was watching for card partnerships, Zebec plugged into global payment rails instead. The question now is, where do they expand next? Are we going to get that Visa, MasterCard, American Express? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. So Zebec Network did not partner with Visa or MasterCard.
So shout out to this guy, crypto news about the partnership with Zebec and Stellar and how big a partnership that is. And so tonight we're breaking down what this deal actually is, whether markets are reacting, and what could mean for Stellar, what this could mean for Zebec, and whether this is a real long-term ecosystem move or just another crypto headline people are overhyping. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're into XRP, XLM, Zebec payment crypto world adoption, and the biggest moves happening in the market before the crowd catches on, you're in the right place. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and drop in the chat. Are you more bullish on XLM? I don't know why I keep saying XLM and a Zbcn after the news. I want to see where the community stands. So let's get started with the actual news. So the big headline is, you see here, the big headline is Stellar selected Zbcn, Zebec, to power the global stablecoin payroll infrastructure across its ecosystem. Zebec also said this expansion to Stellar marks its first native payroll streaming launch outside of Solana, which is very important details because it shows this is not just a side integration. Zebec is expanding its core payment model to another major payments focused blockchain. And like we told you guys, Zebec is taking over, man. It's only a matter of time before Zebec will be everywhere, right? Zebec, we're taking over. One blockchain at a time, bro. Zebec is going all the way in. New mom, woohoo. I'm there. I'm super bullish. You don't seem so hype, BTM. I am, Jeffro. Believe me, I am. But a friend of mine actually passed away today, which is crazy. Every time there's really good news, there's always something not so great. But we're gonna keep it pushing. But either way, guys, this is big news for Zbcn. This is why this gets people's attention, because if you know Stellar has always been positioned around payments, remittance, global transfers, and real world financial rails. Stellar itself describes the network as focused on borderless payments, tokenizations, DeFi for real world financial use cases. And if you know Zebec has built its brand around streaming payments, and payroll infrastructure, basically making money move in real time instead of old school delayed payment cycles. Zebec's own payroll product is centered on blockchain powered salaries, payments, and financial activity. So when you put those two together, the market seems very simple. Stellar holds global payments. Zebec handles real-time payments. The combination makes immediate sense. Why people are calling this big. Now, here's where people are getting excited. A lot of crypto partnerships sound cool, but they really don't actually tell you what product is being used. This one, a different. The announcement specifically points out to stablecoin payroll infrastructure into Zebec being chosen for the role inside the Stellar ecosystem, which is big, right? Stellar believes in Zebec, and Stellar sees what a lot of people don't see. Zebec has a future, right? Zebec is going to be big in the payroll business, and people are starting to adopt it. And I told you guys, it was only a matter of time before the adoption came. Thank you, new mom. Definitely rest in power. Payroll streams was the way into wait, payroll stream was the way to intro mortgage streams, etc. checks. Yeah, I mean, it's only a matter of time before everything's using Zebec, right? But you got to get one at a time. You got to get adoption. You got to get people to understand it, and then you can move forward. So let's look at the bubbles. On the bubbles, currently the market's red. Not a whole lot going on. Pi's up 1.7. Poly Mesh is up 1.7. Tile Bittinger. I need to start doing some Bittinger videos. I'm getting behind the eight ball here. So Bittinger was down to 243. It's up 2.2 on the day, 2.2 on the hour. For the week, it's up 25.9. For the month, it is up 46.1. And for the year, it's up 7.1. So it's definitely back in the green. Quant is up 1.8 on the day, down 0.4 on the hour, down 14.4 on the week, or up 14.4 on the week, up 5.7 on the month, and down 6.1 on the year. So on to our favorite payroll processor, our streaming payment processor. Our payroll of the future is up 10.4% on the day, down 2.2 on the month, down 15% on the week, or up 15% on the week, up 13.5% on the month, and we are back finally, up 100%, 135% on the year. So we're back moving, but we are still at the 002 for crying out loud, man. What do we have to do to get up past the 002? What is really going on out here? So let's look at the big boys and we'll look at the total over market. So Bitcoin is back to 70,000, down 1.5 on the day, down 0.4 on the hour, down 1.6 on the week, up 4.3 on the month, and down 17.9 on the year. Ethereum is down 2.5 on the month, the day, 0.5 on the hour, up 1.5 on the week, up 8.2 on the month, and up 5.3. Ethereum is at 2,140. Keeping it moving. XRP is down 1% on the day, down 0.4 on the hour, up 3.4 on the week, down 1.3 on the month, and still down 41.5 on the year to $1.44. And of course, a Zebec is up 10.3. And I saw this article from Canton Network. We might check that out in a second. So this is Canton Stellar and remittance become the most talked about crypto outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum. The conversation around the top altcoins in March 2026 has narrowed fast. While Bitcoin holds ground and Ethereum stages a continuous recovery, a specific cluster of projects is pulling disappropriate attention from institutional and retail investors alike. Canton, Stellar, and Remittance are each generating its own momentum, but for very different reasons and very different risk profiles. Canton, institutional rails with real traction, which Zebec is already working with. Canton isn't chasing retail, it never was. In the past week alone, MasterCard included Canton in its global crypto adoption partners program involving over 85 firms, and a new government framework went live, tying validators' influence directly to locked tokens. This is a mechanism designed to reduce circulating supply and reward long term network commitment. The tokenomics are gaining structures, credibility. A governance proposal approved in early May ties super validators' voting weight directly to the shares of a lifetime earned CC rewards. They choose to lock on chain with full adoption potential, locking over 2 billion worth of tokens and shifting the network toward a structurally deflammatory model as usage grows. Canton's thesis is long term institutional. It is meaningful, but not a near term momentum trade. Stellar payments infrastructure with a piece at a price that hasn't caught up. Stellar has a weak Stellar's week has been defined by a steadily stream of institutional validation. Steady stream, you catch that? Uh, the DCC tokenization plans have designated XLM as a digital liquidity token on chain settlements. Bitget wallets integrated Stellar as for stablecoin payment infrastructure, and Stellar Development Foundation joined MasterCard's global crypto partner program. Each development reinforces Stellar's role in the coming wave of tokenized finance. March is a positioning month and not yet an expansion month. While demand absorption is visible, expansion requires macro conditions to cooperate. First, XLM price history positions it as a participant asset rather than a market leader in bull cycles. This means its upside's real, but trends to arrive later in the cycle than investors suspect. And something about remittance. We're not even getting into that. So moving on. So for ZBCN in the hour, we're down 3 point. Let me refresh this. 3.18 for the day. We're up 8.64. For the week, we're up 13.32. For the month, we're up 14.23. For the 90 days, which is the quarter, we're down 15.5. But for the year, which is what I want to see, we're back up to 130.1%. So for a while, we were kind of under 130. So I'm glad we're back in the hundreds. Total market cap is not actually on here, which is, oh yeah, 221. And also I'm happy we're back in the 200 market cap, 200 million market cap. Why aren't more people talking about ZBN? Well, new mom, welcome to the layer cake, right? You're ahead of a lot of people. So it's going to take some time for it to catch on. Zebex may be 2 years old, so it's still a new, maybe 3 years. 2 or 3, but it's still a new project, right? It's just making a lot of headwind as a new project. What is your price prediction for ZBN? That's a good question. What's up, brother? What's up? What's good, brothers? Stellar's news. Definitely. Zebec is the only coin in the green. Yes, Jeffro. But we knew that was going to happen. That happens all the time with Zebec. The market's down, but Zebec is up. So this is current holders is 97,634, pushing hard to get to that 100,000 by summer. And we're 400 short of 98,000. So got a little ways to go. For the 4 hours, we're up 135. 12 hours up 254. 1 day up 295. 3 days up 430. For the week, we're up 736. For 2 weeks, 1,131. And for the month, 2,703. And I like it better when we're up over 3,000 for the month, but that will come in time. What is this? Zebec is moving though. It is, but it's weird because we're still not over the 002, man. What do we got to do to get over the freaking 002, man? That's just driving me crazy. I've been looking at the 002 for months. What are we at? Trader view. I don't know what Zebec has to do to get over the 002. It's weird, man. It's like whatever happens, whatever news comes out, it goes up. Now watch tomorrow, it's going to come back down, right? It's been pushing crazy today, and tomorrow, for some weird reason, it's going to go down again. And of course, this is market cap. I always get the freaking market cap. That's weird. Why is this not just? Where's the spot? What the freak is this glass node mess? We'll try this. I don't like this one. So where's the spot, man? Where's this? Is this regular ZBCN spot? That's weird. Now I want to do tether and spot. Just want to see spot ZBCN. Market cap means transfer. What is this? What is this? Where's the regular? That's weird. Where's this the ZBCN spot, man? What's all this trading pairs stuff? That's kind of strange. This doesn't look 100% normal. Where's USD spot? Spot DeFi. Is there just not regular spot anymore? What the freak is going on here? Another one of those days. What is this protocol? Perpetual. What the freak is this? This is close enough. We'll look at the. Is it this guy? This is strange. This is not what I usually see here. This is close enough. So you can see here, 15 minutes look like the chart is coming down. That's what I'm saying, man. Why is it coming down on the 15-minute chart? 45-minute chart got 2 red candles. RSI is 60.7. RSI based moving average is 31. So we are in over sold territory again, which is weird. But we're bullish and we're building volume on the 45-minute. On the 2-hour, got a red candle. RSI is coming down. We were oversold 65 or 66. RSI based moving average is 61.4. We're very bullish and we're building volume on the 2-hour. And on the 4-hour, we're also very bullish, building volume. RSI is 77.8. That's what I like. Several green candles on the 4-hour, and the RSI base moving average is 60. But on the 15-minute chart, looks like somebody's selling. You guys are selling out, man. Looks like we are bearish on the 15-minute and we're losing volume. Somebody's selling. 5-minute chart, we're bearish. We're losing volume. RSI is coming down. Couple of red candles. Interesting. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs? So if we look at ZBCN at the 0023, up 8.8% on the day. Market cap's 230. Let's go. Finally over the 200 million market cap. 200, 200 million market cap's like my safety net, bro. When you go under the 200 million market cap, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's like things get crazy, and we knew that, right? As soon as the price pumps just a little bit, just a teensy bit, as soon as the price starts to slide, or as soon as the price starts to pump, people start selling. Imagine that. But we'll see. 11.39 million, up 63.4% in the 24 hours. ZBCN Stellar.org has selected Zebec as a global stablecoin payroll infrastructure provider. The Stellar ecosystem payroll infrastructure provider for the Stellar ecosystem. This expands our partnership with one of the original blockchain networks in crypto, powering global payments and remittance, including a direct integration to MoneyGram's 50 million customers across Latin America and beyond. Let's get it. ZBCN teased major partnership integration announcement scheduled for tomorrow. ZBCN win an all expense paid trip to Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Viva. Wonder who that could be, bro. That doesn't know what a chat is. Sounds like a rug pull. No face. We get it, bro. That's a lie. New parents should not invest in this project. That's a bold faced lie. Show me Stellar saying it. New parents are far from TS. What is this guy talking about? It's literally right here, bro. Let's see if Stellar does say it somewhere. And how could you lie on the crypto exchange? I mean, on Twitter. Right? Why would you put it on Twitter if you was lying about it? That's kind of makes zero sense. Show XLM page. Show me. I mean, I don't know who this guy's talking about, bro. I mean, who you talking to, right? I'll get to it when I get to it. But we're looking for it for you because I was looking at that. The price of Stellar is down. Let's see if we can find the integration. What? Bum bum bum. Stace Cutter's user interface documents roadmap. 2025, 2025, 2025, 2025, 2025, da, da, da. Why is there no 2026 on here? That's weird. Google it, brother. Silver. What up, hitter all day? No Face keeps trolling. I know that's right. What up, BTM? Huge partnership today with ZBN. Man, more is coming. Actually, that's weird. Let's see. Did Stellar? Bum, bum, bum. And we're waiting. Well, it says Zebec said it. Founder Zebec announced Stellar selected Zebec as the real-time payment streaming to the Stellar ecosystem, calling Zebec the first native deployment outside of Solana. On the same day, market news, the write-up was also described as confirmed partnership and said Zebec would serve as Stellar's global stablecoin payroll infrastructure provider. Clears confirmation on the Zebec site, but it did not confirm matching announcement on the Stellar's official site, and search results are checked. Zebec's officially announced Stellar selected its payroll infrastructure, but I'd still treat it as confirmed by Zebec unless until Stellar publishes an announcement. If you want, we can break down the actual mean for XLM and the Zbcn price wise in plain English. I need an actual confirmation though. Bro, just got live. How you figure no face? Stellar probably didn't say it. That don't mean it ain't happened. Stellar probably hasn't announced it yet. Just because Stellar doesn't announce it doesn't mean it ain't fact. And also, how could Zebec publish it on their page if it ain't happening? All Stellar would have to do is say it ain't happening, right? Or it didn't happen. And generally, if it didn't happen, Stellar would say something pretty quick. I'm pretty sure they see the announcement, which is weird that this guy would pop up with useless information. Because where's Stellar saying it didn't happen? That's the weird thing. If it didn't happen in 4K, Stellar would say it in 4K. We didn't partnership, take it down, right? I've actually been in crypto more than just today, bro. We're not new to this. We are true to this. And if it didn't happen, Stellar would say quickly, it didn't happen, take it down, right? So that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out. Jokes, no face. Hitter, let's go. Yes, Stellar did. I'm down with them. Yes, Stellar did. I'm down with them. You're not Stellar. Did not say a word. And brother, stupid to think ZBCN would announce. Right, right. I did chat BTN and it's confirmed. I just looked at chat. It said that they did, but it doesn't say these guys. I'm happy bashing Zebec, but it's too good to be true. And all that AI main, no partnership in long run. Promise you, you're not, or you're being defended. This fake news. It didn't happen. Zebec chat is free. Appreciate you, BTM, for not blocking. Check Dome page. Talked about it. Who's Dome? Anyway, back over to the BTM Crypto News Network. And there's tag Stellar here, so I don't know. Stellar has selected ZBCN. That's weird. If Stellar's tagged here, why didn't they say anything? Right? Because this is Stellar. I don't understand. If Stellar is tagged here, because this is Stellar, right? I'm not sure what these guys are looking for. I don't know. Keep lying. I don't know. It's a lie here. If it's Stellar, isn't this Stellar? Let's try. This is Stellar, right? I don't understand what the problem is. How could you say it's not real if it's these guys are here? Isn't it this Stellar? Somebody, make it make sense here, right? Is this not Stellar? Is this not Stellar? Is this not these guys? Is there another fake Stellar page? I don't understand what he's talking about. Just don't like people playing with another people's money, looking out for all y'all. Just don't like people playing. I'm just saying, bro. It seems like if it was not real, these guys would come on here and say it ain't real. I don't understand what's going on. Right? Did I miss something? If Stellar had a problem with the announcement, why wouldn't they say we didn't partner with these guys? Right? It's not like this is the first time Zebec has announced a partnership. If these guys weren't here, why would the announcement be tagging them in the freaking page, man? Anyway, so back to market cap 2.4 trillion, down 1.06%. CNC 20, $154.03, down 1.38. The fear and greed index is at 31. Altcoin season is 47. We're pulling further away from Bitcoin. And the average crypto RSI is 43. And this is what I got from chat. So chat saying, does appear to be real Zebec Stellar deal. What I found announced Stellar had selected Zebec to bring real-time payroll. Stellar stablecoin payroll infrastructure provider. One important nuisance I found the clearest confirmation on the Zebec site, an announcement on Stellar's site. So the safest word, Zebec officially announced the Stellar selected payroll, treated as confirmed by Zebec unless Stellar publishes its own announcement. If you want, I can break down what it actually means for ZBCN and Stellar's price. So I don't know. But Stellar is down 2.24% today. And click on Stellar. Okay, back to the multiple share announcement. And this is Stellar. Clicked on Stellar. And I've been looking for it. But my only concern is if it isn't real, why didn't Stellar say something, right? They've been posting all day. And I was on the Stellar page. I didn't see anything there as well. So let me know what you guys think. happened. Zebec Network partnered with Stellar on March 19th, 2026. Stellar selected Zebec as the global stable payment provider. This is real official integration, not a rumor. Haters always hate because they feel they missed the boat. And you know that, guys. You know, when somebody didn't invest in, right? I mean, I'm not even sure where this guy went, but maybe he's here to flood and disappear because he disappeared. Go to Stellar's page when you have time. I'm not the biggest hater, just trying to help people who don't deep dive. Not anywhere. Yeah, I've been looking actually, and I'm only about the money, right? I'm not loyal to any particular project, and I have not seen an actual official announcement anywhere. But I do know one thing: Zebec is pumping like crazy behind it. So if there was a problem with Stellar, why didn't Stellar say anything? Is my only concern. The official global payment system is being rewritten in real time. What happens when worldwide settlement giant and real time streaming finance, ZBCN, and Stellar isn't this partnership narrative? This is the blueprint of how all money will move in the future. First, understand the shift. XLM moves money instantly across the globe. ZBIC programs money to move continuously. Money becomes live, flowing every way Stellar could use ZBIC. Salary stream per second, withdrawn anytime, anywhere. No more waiting ever. Streaming remittance, replace lump sums and continuous flows. Families receive 24/7 money. This changes how the world supports itself. Treasury, business stream, expenses, payrolls, and vendors. Cash flow becomes programmable. Finance becomes autonomous. Gig creator economy. Pay per second, not per week. Instant global liquidity. Work, immediate reward. Every way ZBCN uses Stellar Globe caches access via money. Graham turns streams into physical cash. Circle streams USDC in real time. Local payments dominance. Uh, Enterprise scale ZBC and Deloitte fully automated financial systems. Compliance layer. Stellar's partnership now supercharged by ZBCN. MoneyGram real time payment cash outs. Streaming global dollar economy. Instant local liquidity. Cross border rails. Enterprise automation stacks. Secure compliant finance. What this means for XLM: massive increase in network usage, more transactions per second, become the base layer for real time global payroll, expands beyond remittance into full financial automation, strengthens its position as true ISO style settlement rails, more usage, more demand, stronger long term value narrative. What this means for ZBCN: becomes programmable layer on top of global rails. Instant taps into worldwide liquidity, fiat off ramps, powers payroll, remittance, subscriptions, and enterprise flows. Position itself as core infrastructure, not as a payment. Two, this is how ZBIC becomes a niche necessity. We're leaving behind static delayed payments and entering continuous programmable money flows. Understand this: XLM already solved moving money. GPCN solved how money behaves. Money becomes intelligent. Money becomes real time. Money becomes unstoppable. Congratulations to both teams because this vision materializes. This just isn't evolution. It's a full-scale financial solution. And major partnership announcement, Zebec and Stellar. So keeping it moving, ZBCN, man, styling and profiling. Heavy hitter, Uphold, the ZBCN is trending. ZBCN Gazelle just brought you to the Zebec Nation is back. Episode 2, catching up the last week news before today's news. Let's see here. Whispers. ZBCN is up 10.6%. That's the only one on there I really understand. Crypto posts most active addresses rated by growth. Zen is up 14.6. Zebix 10.7. ARC is up AI complex 9.7. Pippin's up 5.6. Quant's up 4.8. Helium's up 4.2. ZBCN just hit full maturity. Final token unlock complete March. Deflationary mode activated. Revenue buybacks. No more dilution. Pure upside from PayFi adoption. Who's loading the boat? This is Zebec. Stellar selected Zebec as real-time streaming in the ecosystem, marking the first narrative deployment of Zebec's infrastructure beyond Solana. And this is a reminder, holders should be thinking payroll. Let's see what he has to say here.
Monthly
Mr.
seems fine until
314.
you don't get to watch movie series all the time. Solution: Zebec's continuous settlement will allow only paying for the time you actually use your streaming service. So, how many people pay for Peacock, pay for Netflix, pay for all of these streaming services, but they don't watch TV every day? However, they're still getting charged those monthly fees, and it's not like you could really, do much about it, but with Zebec, it allows you to only pay for what you watch. So if you only watch TV 2 days out of the week, all right, you're only paying for 2 days worth of TV that you're watching or streaming that you watch. That's a game changer. Talk about
This is heavy hitter. Imagine when Stellar post on their X page what's going to happen with the Zebec price action pumping. Imagine they announced the XRP partnership, which is bigger. Bro, folks don't know. I bet you'll be loyal to Zebec at 50 cents. When you sell at $10, y'all owe me. I wish the best for y'all. Just listen to the squeakiest wheel if you want. Can you send me some ZBCN? I'll pay you back next week. Huh? Hitter players, it ain't nothing happening, man. Recent big moves include today's stellar selection of the native coin, streaming expanding real-time remittance via MoneyGram, Lattice on Goldman Sachs, institutional privacy chain, Nacha, integration with NatPay, which mentions global Swift network and the bridge.
this right here. You guys know of another, subscription that you might pay for as a gym
Let me check this out and I'll be right.
membership. So when you think about it, how about you pay for only the times that you go into the gym versus paying an annual fee or paying a monthly fee? I'm sure you guys have a QR code or something that you scan to go into the gym. So there is a mechanism that they can track for whenever you arrive or whenever you leave the gym. So why can't you pay for just the time that you're going versus accumulating all these fees, monthly by all of these services? Let's do another one. Continuous settlement. If you're an artist looking to earn from song streaming, how about you get paid on the basis of the seconds of your song listened to? So think about Spotify, think about Apple Music. These creators are getting paid, for the listeners that stream their music for however long they listen to it. If it's a few hours, if it's a few days, they get paid, for the length of time that people are listening to their music. Now, granted, I don't know how that would work with bots, because then at that point, if you're a creator, but again, ZAI screens it for fraudulent activity. So again, these are things that, continuous settlement could really solve for. And when you think about all of these use cases, these are exactly why the investors wanted to invest in Zebec, because not only is it just payroll, but it flows into different avenues in different industries and economy.
So yeah, don't get too crazy, guys. Just be patient, right? If the announcement comes, these guys are going to be eating crow. So let's see what my main man, Grow Rich and Grow Happy, has to say.
Today's message: you cannot outrun someone else's consequences, nor can you stand between a person and what God is trying to teach them. What that looks like. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life to make it to the man that I am today. I had to repeat a lot of classes that God had for me because I kept failing. I talked about this on the Zebec Nation podcast. I kept failing over and over. It wasn't until I got serious and said, look, I need to make it to that next level. Therefore, I'm going to have to get rid of some of these bad habits that I had that was keeping me from my ultimate blessing. Some of you out there are trying to save people in your circles, in your very own lives, and they keep stumbling and making the same mistakes. That's because God is trying to teach them something, and you cannot get in between that. Welcome back, all my free thinkers, to another episode of Grow Rich, Grow Happy, that place where we follow the breadcrumbs to wealth. I wasn't even going to do a video today, but I knew it was going to be a partnership announcement from Zebec. We talked about it yesterday. A lot of you guys down in the comments, you had all kind of thoughts on it, and they all were good, but only some of you were correct. That's right, guys. Stellar. Zebec announced their Stellar partnership. You know what Stellar is. Xlm, guys. Major, OG, original gangster when it comes to cryptocurrency, up there with the likes of XRP. They was once, their founders were once together. You know the story on that, the backstory. But we're going to talk about that when I woke up this morning, I received a text message from my guy, Jay Razzo, extraordinary blockchain journalist. And he says, check your inbox. I have something for you. And I went through it, and yeah, he explained some things for you when it comes to this partnership, but why it is so big and why those of you that are holding Zebec Zbcn right now, you need to pat yourself on the back and say, yeah, I'm going to be rich. That's not financial advice. That's just what I tell myself. So guys, before I move any forward, before I go any further, do me a favor, smash that like button, give me a sub, hit that bell notification so that you don't miss any of these videos, guys. And thank you to all the new subscribers. I love you guys. I know you're here for Zebec, but I got a whole bunch of other stuff for you too. So make sure you do that. Those of you who are still peeking in, guys, go on and subscribe to the channel. We're going to make it together. We all free thinkers. I'm a free thinker. You're a free thinker. So, we get a lot of views, tons of views. We need some returning. Some of you that are returning, subscribe to the damn channel. Swing over to Grow Rich, Grow Happy. Pick up my book, Overcoming Self for Crypto Wealth, because this shift is happening, guys. And those of you that understand what you hold, how to research, how to find these cryptos, you're the ones that are going to be victorious in the end. My book will help with that. Go over to growrichgrowhappy.com. Check it out. Paperback and a download edition. Thank you to all the people who are going over there and picking it up. You are serious about your future and your cryptocurrency. Also, look down below. Lock your crypto up. Cold storage. That's the best way to have it. I have a 10% discount down below on Tangent cold storage wallets, and that does go to support the channel. Everything you guys do does go to support this channel and the message that I am trying to get out to the world, and all of us, we all going together. We all free thinkers. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to go over here and look at this partnership, guys. Okay, guys, before we get to Jay Razzle's breakdown, I want to show you the original. This is the original announcement that Zebec made. Global, guys, global. Those of you invested, not financial advice, but you made the best decision for you and your family. So check this out. This is what they said. Stellar has selected Zebec as its global stablecoin payroll infrastructure provider for the Stellar ecosystem. This is big. It's bigger than many of you can even fathom. I'll show you why, because they also posted, our expansion to Stellar marks the first native payroll streaming launch outside of Solana and marks a new chapter for Zebec as our real-time payroll product begins its rollout across more payments oriented and institutional grade blockchains. Man, this is huge. Now, also, guys, I do want to let you know also that they got this right here going right now. They say you can win an all expense paid trip to XRP Las Vegas. The giveaway challenge starts today, actually, at 9 a.m., runs for 4 days. Answer 8 trivial questions about Zebec correctly, 2 per day. New questions added every 24 hours. 3 winners will be announced by March 31st. That's coming right up, guys. Win a trip to Vegas. You get to bump elbows and rub shoulders with Brad Garlinghouse, Simon Babakani. Who knows who else is going to be out there? You might even see me, especially if I win one of these trips out there, guys. Zebec, hook a brother up. Send a brother, send a brother to XRP conference. Hook a brother up. I might even enter, guys. And then we can all go out there, at least 3 of us, and hang out together. But anyway, I digress. Let's jump over here to the article. So check this out. So this is Jay Razzle's article. I really like this, guys. He points out a lot of things, but the thing we're going to be concentrating on is the Stellar partnership. Now, for those of you who believe in doing your homework, and not only that, you want to continue being bullish on this outstanding asset, you want to read it in its entirety, because he talks about not only this partnership, but how they made it up to it, and what, based on his research, what we have to look forward to in the coming months. So this is a great article for that. I'll leave it down below as with all of his contact information as well. This is a good one, Jay. So we're going to go here, because I do want to take you through a few parts, and it's not a lot, but I do want to break this down for you. So check this out. Backed by a powerhouse roster that includes Circle, Coinbase Ventures, Solana Ventures, Republic, Brayer Capital, and Lightspeed, Zebec is building more than just a Web3 startup. It's architecting a global financial conduit. Now, there's many of you that forgot about all of these partnerships, these done in the dark things. I try to bring them to you all the time, and show you what's going on and why this is where my money is going. This is why I buy the amount that I buy, and I continue to buy here and there when I see opportunities. We're going to see if you guys feel the same way. Drop down below, guys, if you're still buying ZBCN. I see that price going up. I guess people saw that Xlm partnership, and they said, oh, man, there was Stellar. I know I've been hearing about it, but now let me get on the bandwagon and get in it. So let me know if you guys are part of that. If you knew this was coming, same old stuff. But anyway, the road so far from Solana streams to cross-chain rails, not to mention we got XRP coming, guys. XRP. I believe that anyway. It ain't been announced, but I believe it. Zebec initially caught the industry's attention with its real-time payroll streaming product built on Solana, and now they're branching out. Guys, look at this. But in 2024, it began rapidly expanding its scope, acquiring UK-based science card to integrate into the education sector, and Gateknox for compliance infrastructure. Now, both of these was instrumental. Gateknox was instrumental in their whole compliance journey. But I love the fact that I can look at this, and many of you can look at this and say, guess what? I was buying Zebec back then when they was making these announcements. I was buying them then. Yes, we were. I'm going to jump down here. Then came the stable coin strategy. Let's not forget Donald Trump's company. Let's not forget World Financial, USD1. Zebec integrated Circle's USDC through its Circle Alliance membership, enabling precise, real-time USDC payroll. But it didn't stop there. It also tapped Ondo Finance's USDY tokenized security backed by U.S. treasuries to give employers access to yield-bearing payroll solutions tied to real-world assets. How many of you guys forgot about the Ondo Finance partnership that they got? See, these are still the things. I feel like they got like this bag of gems, and they pull one out every now and then and say, y'all remember this? Well, we're finna go a little bit further with that. And then people are like, wow, this is news to me. Let me go buy. So the free thinkers, we've already known about a lot of this. This is why we are in. This is why we got the amount that we have. Continue. Interstellar, not just another blockchain partner. Here we go. In June 2025, on one of their X Spaces hosted by Zebec, at the time, Simon was the COO. Simon Babakani explicitly stated that they were working closely with Stellar, and not only on payment rails, but on reward infrastructure and institutional custody design. Now, I remember that because on their website, they even had a Stellar down there, but there was really no other information available on it, which led a lot of people saying that he was making it up, that it was a lie. How come they couldn't find anything anywhere else? Was I one of those people? I don't know. I don't remember. But, you know, I'm always doing my research. So, but you see how all of this now comes back. So I'm going to continue a little bit more. More than words, this partnership is now visually cemented on Zebex.io's official partners page. And it's not because they've revamped that. They've since revamped that whole website, but I expect them to have an update. So I like this though. Okay, now here's the question. Here's what you all want to know. Why Stellar? I know why, but we're finna share it with you. Stellar is quietly becoming the global backend for fiat on-chain movement, with PayPal officially launching PYUSD on Stellar. You ain't bigger than PayPal. And traditionally, also, guys, just to let you know, you can also purchase Grow Rich, Grow Happy book, Overcoming Self for Crypto Wealth, over on growrichgrowhappy.com, and you can purchase it with PayPal. That's my commercial. So we're going to continue. Also, where we at? And traditional finance giants like SocGen issuing Eurocoin, their stable coin, on the same network. It's no wonder Zebec saw fit to integrate. A lot of you probably don't know about this one, so I dug it up right here. And this, I'm over on LinkedIn. Make sure you follow me on LinkedIn as well. Follow Jay Razzo as well. But this is the bank right here that has their own Euro stablecoin. But look at this, 1 million followers. But look at this. They're one of the leading European financial services groups based on a diversified and integrated banking model. The group combines financial strength and proven expertise and innovation with a strategy of sustainable growth. And Zebec working with them. These are things you have to look at. This is the importance of doing your research and making the connections, following the breadcrumbs, crossing the dots, or whatever you like to do, and then saying, okay, this is why this asset has my money. My question to all of you out there, a lot of you out there are like, well, my crypto does this and does that. Let me ask you something. This is one of the OGs. This is one of the big, major, roll off your tongue type Stellar, network. They're blockchain and just XLM. Everybody loves them. And you look at all of the partnerships that Zebec has up to this day. I want you to look at your crypto, whatever you're holding. You guys got your crypto. What are they doing? Who are they partnering with right now at this crucial time when global finance is changing and you got the banks on board now? You got all these people on board. What is your crypto doing? Who are they partnering with? Just a question. These are the ways you got to look at your crypto, and sometimes you have to do comparative analysis. Okay, we're going to continue. For Zebec, this opens a powerful door. Real-time payroll in any Stellar-based stablecoin, USDC, EURC, the PYUSD, delivered globally at near zero fees. Imagine a US freelancer being paid in USDC, a Nigerian developer receiving the PayPal USD, and a Berlin-based educator being streamed in the Eurocoin, all through the same Zebec interface, all on Stellar. And we jump over here and you look at this. Look at this. It's already going up, guys. Look at this. People catching on now. They catching on now. Look at Zebec moving. It's up 11.1% in the 24-hour, guys. Look at this. Look at this. People are going in now because now they see the light. Sometimes you just have to, sometimes they got to hear the news. I'm trying to get the free thinkers out of that. Sometimes you don't have to hear the news. You just got to look below the surface and say, I see that connection right there. I know they haven't announced anything, but I'm going to jump in right now. For those of you who still don't know what I'm talking about, right here, number 21. And we got it at 16 cents, guys. This is who, look at this, 5 billion market cap. 5 billion, guys. Well, there go that infinite sign that people like to say, oh, because it's at this price, it'll never go up any higher. I always got to take jabs at you guys because you don't do your research. But anyway, so we're looking at here. This is who they partnered with. And I believe this is not only groundbreaking, but it's just another feather in their Zebec's cap to just prove that they're making the connections. And not only are they making the connections, they're making things work. Guys, if you can't look at all of the stuff that they've been doing up to this point and see that not only are they legit, but they are tapped in. They are the ones chosen because they have the circle of influence. They're with the elites. Once you get up in that room, once you accept it into that room, then everything else comes to you. You only have to look for it. It comes to you. So guys, let me know down below. What do you think of this partnership? What do you think this partnership is going to do for them long term? How do you think? And don't forget that.
Yeah, that was my main concern. I just wanted to get out what growth and enrichment has to say. So let's go to CKJ.
For $100 today, that just hit 180. And I'm telling you guys, Xlm is a very big deal. 24 likes on that so far. I think the world sees what's coming. Also, our partnership with Stellar is crucial as we develop, integrate cross-border remittances to our modern payroll and payment stack. By leveraging Stellar and Circle Network, we're building integrated rails to make receiving, pay, serving, sending stablecoins across borders more accessible to millions. So that's a really, really big deal right there. Oh my goodness. And we go to the next thing, Zebec Network and Stellar, the future. Stellar is increasingly used for payroll, particularly in international and remote teams, due to its ability to facilitate low, fast cross-border payments. The network allows for near instant transactions in under 6 seconds, with fees as low as 0.00001, making it highly efficient for sending salaries across borders compared to traditional banking system. You got that right. Stellar Distribution Platform, SDP, a turnkey solution that allows companies to make bulk payment with the receipts and who can receive funds instantly. Stablecoin support payroll can be processed in Xlm and digital assets like USDC, and that's why I showed you guys this, because USDC is a big deal. Companies like Bigger have used Stellar disbursement platform to scale global payroll, benefiting from reduced transaction costs and faster transparency delivery. You got that right there. Platforms like ATEM and partners like MoneyGram provide on-off ramps for converting digital assets to local currencies. You can now convert ZBCN to any local currency globally. Bam! Often allowing for cash in and out services. The Stellar disbursement platform designed for enterprises enables companies to streamline their payroll process through bulk uploads, reducing operational costs and human error. You got that right. You got that right. XLM has selected payment and payroll. ZBCN, yeah. Okay, guys, I did a little bit more research on this as far as Stellar hosts Circle's USDC natively and PayPal PYUSD. So positioning Stellar to capture more on-ramp stablecoin volume and real-world adoption than most networks and the MasterCard ecosystem push. So there we got a Stellar MasterCard push right there. Also, what do we got here? If you go to this, Stellar XLM, official chain, USDC, official chain on USDC. Watch this.
All the Stellar
Now, this is from 2020, so it's just some things I remember from back in the day.
Development Foundation quarterly call for Q3 2020.
Now, this announcement was made by Danielle Dixon and Jeremy Allure. Jeremy Allure is the CEO of Circle. I'm telling you guys, Stellar and Circle have always had big connections. So to see Zebec Network in there with Circle, which is a highly regulated entity, and now Circle, or now Zebec, has also partnered or integrated with ZBCN and XLM. This is a big deal.
We have a packed agenda today to show you what a really big Q3 for SDF with our very special guest who's joining us today, Jeremy Allaire, from the chairman and CEO of Circle.
Bam, Jeremy Allure did a show with Stellar.
She'll also share an overview of our Q3 highlights before turning it over to Justin Rice, who's on the call. He's our head of ecosystem at SDF. Yeah. And he's going to provide details on our technology.
So you guys see that right there. I just wanted you to show that Jeremy Allure is back in Stellar, announcing USDC on Stellar. Stellar is now the official chain for USDC. That's a pretty big deal.
Be able to issue and redeem USDC on Stellar will also become available. And so from a developer perspective, if you're building applications and projects on the Stellar blockchain and you want to utilize USDC, it will be a token that's available. But there's also going to be an increasing number of options for how you can integrate US dollar-based fiat connectivity and associated services.
Bam, you guys got that. And next up is Danielle Dixon. I like to call her done deal. Because, when she talked to Jeremy Allure, it became a done deal.
Sustainable use cases. Again, that's one of our pillars that we work towards and that we have our work lined up into. The USDC announcement is clearly one important way that we're doing that. But I want to talk a little bit more about the other ways we're focused on that and how it hinges on our work with anchors.
This is kind of interesting because I'm telling you guys, back in the day where, this is actually a video from 2020, is when Stellar announced integration with USDC. To me, I believe that was like maybe one of the first big game changers where they said, okay, we need to really bring some of these stable coins on chain, because they could get some rules and laws passed for stable coins, but it was a little bit harder to maybe get crypto rules for the road. But the thing is the system figured out a way to create yield on stable coins. So they're implementing a crypto and a stable coin all the way across, in this new financial system.
So we talk about anchors a lot. You've probably heard me talk about them during each of these quarterly.
So you got Check Pay Sell, West African point of sale. That's kind of interesting because I think Zebec also announced a big partnership across as far as what MENA regions.
Launching in Argentina
we're global.
That one of our subsidiaries has built. So I think it's important for us to really think about anchors though as like this opportunity to, if there's, we put together a webinar on the benefits and the use cases for anchors. And
you guys got that right there. Also, here we got Stellar. I issued the 1100 Stellar challenge for $100. Today that's coming in at, if you go to 1100 XLM 00, that's about $180 right now. So that's what everybody get, 1100 XLM for 100, because I issue $100 challenges. Also, we got Zebec Network coming in this morning. I believe it's green. Bam, 5% on the daily. 0.0021 up 5%. Zebec Network, I issued the 100K Zebec challenge for $78 this morning. That's coming in at $212. I also issued the million Zebec challenge for $780. Today it's coming in at $2,100. Yeah. Patiently waiting for moon. Patiently waiting for moon soon. Well, I was going to try to separate these videos a little bit, but since I finished my Zebec news, I got to show you guys this. Yeah, break the chains of poverty. Zebec Parrot is the key. Break the chains of poverty. No, Zebec Parrot has no affiliation to Zebec Network. PZBCN I launched on Phantom in the Solana ecosystem. At the same time, simultaneously, Coinbase flipped the switch on DEX assets. So yes, go to your Coinbase account and search PZBCN. Zebec Parrots on Coinbase with massive liquidity. This morning I said rise and shine, great wealth transfer time. Hope all have an amazing day. Yes, PZBCN is up 75% on the month. There's a screenshot right there. I do a daily purchase every single morning to get this thing going just in case. I purchased 5.9K. I believe that could have been maybe a $5 purchase or a $2 purchase. I can't recall. But on the monthly, it is up 75%. Yeah. Here we go. This morning. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I can play that whole song because it could be copyrighted. But PZBCN Grand Rising Zebec Parrot individual all tuned into the bird frequency. And listen, I told everybody in 2026, we're vibrating on the highest frequency possible. Highest frequency possible. Watch this. Oh my God. Here we go. Okay, that's not the one. Not the right one, but okay. So I think I showed this yesterday on the live stream, but I didn't put this in the video. Zebec yesterday said major announcement coming today, which I just covered that. Let me see. Right. Oh, here it is. Zebec Parrot might not tell you when he hit the big one, but there will be signs. Yeah, you guys see that? Let me show you one more thing real quick since you're here. Oh yeah, guys, if you don't have a Kraken account, Kraken is doing a lot of different events right now. They're doing a trade SHX to earn your share in 20 million. Trade 100 or more in SHX, you'll earn your share in the pool. Make sure you guys click enroll now on Kraken. Also, they're doing a Miami Grandstand giveaway for race tickets. Hey, maybe I'll win those too. You got to opt in, and there's a few rules you just got to trade. Also, the newest competition, they're giving away a Bitcoin again, they say. Each trade is $1 entry. So trade to win 1 BTC to celebrate 20th BTC. Every dollar trade until April 13th earns you 1 entry up to 1 million entries to earn 1 BTC and more. So basically, guys, I'm up at 320 entries so far. And also, ZBCN is on Kraken. So if you guys haven't got your Kraken account, make sure you use my Kraken referral link. We'll both get up.
So I was on another call, just trying to get back to what's going on here. So Grow Rich and Grow Happy definitely confirmed that the partnership is live. But I feel big players are partnering with Zebec because they know Zebec is better. So just trying to see what you guys think about the partnership. Do you think it will help a Zebec more or Stellar more? Right? Who you think benefits more from the partnership? If you're enjoying this breakdown, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share the stream with anybody watching. Xlm, Zbcn, XRP, and real world payment cryptos. And before we close, let's drop that final prediction. Which moves first here, Xlm or Zbcn? What do you guys think? In the comments. So let's see here. Just reading some information on my notes here. Stellar has selected Zebec for its global stablecoin payroll infrastructure. Zebec says it's the first native payroll streaming launch outside of Stellar, and the market's reacting because this connects real-time payroll infrastructure with one of crypto's best-known payments-focused networks. This one of those announcements that is easy to underestimate if you're only watching the price, because the bigger story is not just the token pump, but the bigger story is whether crypto is finally starting to plug into people's already use in real life getting paid. If Stellar can become stronger rails, global stablecoin movement, while Zebec becomes the system, delivers real-time payroll on top of that, then yes, this could end up being a much more important partnership than it looks on day one. That said, the next chapter is adoption, rollout, and actual usage. So don't just watch the hype, watch the build out. So let me know in the comments, which do you think this is bigger for, Stellar or ZBCN? So this is a quick video from Stocks and Crypto
Welcome to
Plays.
Stocks and Crypto Plays. We're talking about ZBCN coin. Major announcement.
What up, B Rocket? What's going on with your fam? Thanks for joining. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. What is this? I feel so let's look at Stellar.
From Stellar. You've heard of XLM. Well, Stellar put out XLM. We have breaking news. So Stellar just chose Zebec as its global stablecoin payroll infrastructure provider. Global. This is not hype. This is actual business adoption. Zebec now powers employee salaries, contractor payments, global payroll streams. ZBCN just became a back-end engine for real money movement. This is massive global distribution. This is huge, guys. Integration connects Zebec to MoneyGram's 50 plus million users. That means instant global reach, real world users, not just crypto wallets, emerging markets, big growth. This isn't a small crypto partnership. This is global financial infrastructure. Employees get paid streaming in real time, like I've been telling you, by the second. No waiting for biweekly checks. Spend instantly via cards or cash out. Imagine getting paid every second instead of every 2 weeks. Stellar equals payment giant, right? So Stellar specializes in cross-border payments, fast and ultra-cheap transactions, and then Zebec adds the payroll layer, and together they're a full stack, okay? A full financial stack. ZBCN is used for fees, staking, incentives, premium features, and there's more usage, so that's going to equal more demand for the token. The price already is reacting. Today, even though the market's red, ZBCN is up 9%. That's what you call relative strength equals bullish signal. We're talking about bridging crypto and traditional finance, guys. So Zebec already is connected to MasterCard, the FedNow system, ACH, which I told you about. Remember? ACH, they're the only one in the rails of ACH. XRP is not even in there. XLM is not even in there. ZBCN is within the rails of ACH, the US payroll system, the FedNow system. This is massive, guys. How is the coin only 0.002? This is a life-changing opportunity. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research, entertainment purposes only. Okay, so moving on. The first step outside of Solana is Zebec. It's the first major deployment. And the narrative is Zebec's growing multi-chain and a bigger ecosystem and a bigger adoption. But the good news is Zebec works seamlessly with Solana. And the potential ripple connection to Zebec is the CEO speaking at the XRP Vegas event. Remember, I did a video saying you can win a free trip there. If you haven't seen it yet, watch it in my channel. You can win a free trip to XRP Las Vegas. And guess who they're inviting? They are inviting Zebec leadership. So there's market speculation there. If XRP partnership happens, this could send ZBCN into another tier. The great news about ZBCN is it's deflationary. It's a deflationary token, and there's a shift coming. The final token unlock, then buybacks, and then the deflation model locks in. So there's less sell pressure, more scarcity, and better long-term price structure. That is at our doorstep. So That's about it, guys. I hope you liked the video. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, add notifications, share the video with a friend. What do you think about it all? Talk to you soon. Have a great day.
Listen, today we're going to be talking about the one, the only legendary Zebec Network. And we can see huge announcement from Zebec Network a couple of hours ago, 80,000 views already, 1.7K likes, almost 650 retweets, over 100 comments. And we can see at Stellar Org has selected Zebec as its global stablecoin payroll infrastructure provider for the Stellar ecosystem. This expands our partnership with one of the original blockchain networks in crypto, powering global payments and remittances, including a direct integration to MoneyGram's 50 million customers across Latin America and beyond. Okay, so before we continue, let's watch this video. Let's watch a short little video. Boom, global stablecoin payroll infrastructure. There we go. Native payroll streaming on Stellar. Real time, on chain, automated, coming soon. So, very, very nice. Very, very nice. Right. We can see quick little intro. Our expansion to Stellar marks the first native payroll streaming launch outside of Solana and marks a new chapter for Zebec as our real-time payroll product begins its rollout across more payments-oriented and institutional-grade blockchains. So that's the thing, people, right? Last year was kind of like the building, building, building. This year's kind of like the launch and, getting this next level institutional adoption, right? That's why other than a few charts I look at regarding altcoin season, other than believing that Bitcoin's going to bounce off the huge support that it's at right now. Zebec itself, man, this is the year for the institutional adoption for Zebec. So everything just kind of lines up very, very nice. We can see when we go and look at Zebec, the post they had linked under here. You see, Zebec brings streaming payroll to Stellar. Stellar has selected Zebec to bring real-time streaming payroll to its ecosystem, marking the first native deployment of Zebec's streaming infrastructure outside of Solana's network. For Zebec, this is a meaningful step. It's a recognition that we have built a trusted model for how money can move continuously globally in real time, an enterprise-grade infrastructure designed for real-world payroll at scale. This development grew from a long-term collaboration. Zebec has supported Stellar across its card infrastructure for over 2 years, making this a natural step from access to full native functionality. What's being built? At a high level, Zebec will enable businesses to pay employees and contractors on Stellar in real time by the second. Instead of waiting days or weeks for payroll to clear, earnings can be streamed continuously, accessed instantly, and used immediately. Behind the scenes, this rollout combines three simple steps into one seamless flow: stream earnings in stablecoins, receive funds directly into a digital wallet, spend or cash out globally through cards or local pickup. This creates a closed loop system where money moves as fluidly as the work it pays for. The build will roll out in phases, starting with core payroll functionality and expanding into global payout rails, including integrations with fiat on/off ramps and remittance networks. We can see they ask, why Stellar? Stellar has always been a purpose built for payments, specifically cross border payments. It is one of the few blockchain networks that has consistently focused on real world financial use cases and institutional adoption. That focus shows in both its infrastructure and scale. Stellar processes hundreds of thousands of transactions daily, including more than 250,000 USDC transactions, with stablecoin volumes reaching tens of millions of dollars per day. Transaction costs are typically less than a cent, making high frequency payments and streaming economically viable. Settlement happens in seconds, removing delays and reducing risk in payroll timing. Its global anchor network connects digital assets to local banking systems across the globe. Stellar also sits in a rare position within crypto. It operates in alignment with payment standards such as ISO 20022 and maintains deep connectivity to payment providers, fintechs, and regulated institutions. This is infrastructure designed not just for blockchain users, but for the broader financial system. Real world reach with MoneyGram. One of the most powerful aspects of this integration is what happens after the payment is made. Through Stellar's integration with MoneyGram, users can convert digital dollars into local currency at more than 450,000 locations across over 170 countries. That means a worker paid in USDC can receive funds instantly, and their family can pick up cash minutes later anywhere from Manila to Mexico City. No banks required, no delays. This is where blockchain moves beyond theory and into everyday use, right? Something I said, beyond theory. And now, like I said, from theory to reality, people. What this unlocks for businesses, global payroll without banking friction, for workers, instant access to earnings, for the ecosystem, a real world use case at scale. Zebec on Stellar is payroll, built for how the world actually works. Zebec ecosystem expansion continues. As Zebec continues to integrate across multiple chains, right, the goal remains consistent. Deliver a unified experience where payroll, payments, and spending work seamlessly across networks without added complexity for businesses or users. So we can see very, very nice breakdown. We have some other articles here. And yeah, man, I mean, guys, this is very, very huge, right? Once again, this might be debatably one of the biggest, partnerships and things we have seen. I don't think it is the biggest, but it is definitely a huge stepping stone. It is really, really big, especially when it comes to, like I said, going from theory to reality, right? This is what we want to see. And I would not be surprised, once again, if Zebec does something similar with other chains, right? I would not be surprised if this happens with XRP, okay? Because there is that XRP convention in about 2 months, technically a little bit more. Let's say, yeah, 2 months basically, where there could be a very, very big announcement at that convention or even before. I overall think Zebec is going to be making absolute waves this year. I genuinely do believe the partnerships are going to be next level. I think we're really going to take this theory into reality. I do think we are going to get everything kind of check marked. This super app is going to be amazing. It is already amazing, and it's going to also continue to scale. We're going to have more of these types of specific partnerships, where we kind of go on chain with Stellar, on chain with XRP, and etc. Right. And I think the institutional adoption is also going to just grow and grow and grow and grow. Not only that, definitely Coinbase and Binance and Robinhood are going to happen, right? They're 100% going to be happening. And I'm super, super excited. I'm really excited because I'm telling you, this is the most undervalued crypto right now. This is the most undervalued crypto for what it could become, for the amount of gain potentials. We talked about even 100x, how it's not even technically out of the realms of possibility. I know 100x seems absolutely crazy because it is in terms of gain returns, but when you look at it from a market cap standpoint, it is more than possible, especially with the flow of liquidity that's going to happen, especially with the integration that's going to happen, especially with all the partnerships and etc. So I'm super, super.
So what is this, Jeffro? What is this pump and dump? What the lumbercott? Why? What happened? What's the pump and dump? What the blood clod? Bumbleclod? I don't know. I was looking at chat, and chat was saying maybe they just didn't have the partnership set up yet, right? So it looks like it's more like delayed or limited confirmation than a flat denial. Zebec's official site says Stellar selected Zebec to bring real-time streaming payroll to the Stellar ecosystem, describes the phased rollout, and says Zebec has already supported the Stellar card infrastructure for over 2 years. Stellar's official site shows recent March 26 updates, but none of the visible official posts and those mentioned Zebec, because I was looking at that and I didn't see anything there. Zebec account also publicly pushed the expansion to Stellar message, reinforcing that Zebec is treating this as official on its side. So more than likely, this may be a real commercial integration relationship, but not yet something Stellar has chosen to publicly headline. A company can announce that it's selected or integrated without the larger ecosystem owning or issuing the same day press release. Zebec's post is detailed and product specific, which makes it look like a vendor side announcement first. Stellar may confirm it later in a smaller channel. Since Stellar's visible official March posts are focused on broader ecosystems and technical topics, Zebec may simply not be made the cut for the front page announcement yet. That is the interference from the absence of the Zebec on the Stellar's visible official updates. No proof of rejections. The wording that may be stronger on Zebec's side than Stellar would use. Selected in global stablecoin payroll infrastructure provider are strong marketing phrases, even when relation is real. On the other side, may later describe it more narrowly as an integration, deployment, or ecosystem collaboration. That mismatch in language is common in crypto and fintech announcements. This is a interference based on Zebec's wording and the lack of matching Stellar wording on the Stellar official site. Zebec clearly announced it. Stellar has not visibly echoed it in its main official website. That makes it look like a one-sided official confirmation, not fully mirrored announcement. Zebec has officially announced Stellar selected for its streaming payroll, but Stellar has not yet posted the matching official confirmation on its main site. So, from all that I have, that's what I got, folks. Other than Stellar has selected Zebec. And the Zebec price is actually up. But outside of that, mainly people are talking about it, but nobody has rejected any
We'll be
news.
discussing how the Stellar and Zebec Network ecosystems are colliding, how Stellar and G20 targets are aligning, and how real-world asset presence of Stellar is growing. Meanwhile, the XDC Network and Deutsche Telekom. Why are Deutsche Telekom interested in XDC Network? We will understand that, and we'll talk about how programmable liquidity in practice looks like with Quant Network. So let's start with XLM. Look at this. Our focus is simple: build real-world tools that help people. This is where the agenda, the target of Stellar is aligning well with that of G20. Raja chucked 75 in conversation with Bermuda Premier at DC Blockchain Summit. You can see Stellar's agenda targets, what they are, and then we will see what G20 is talking about when it comes to the world of payments, micropayments, and you'll understand how both of these worlds are aligning well with one another.
Our focus has been on delivering real world deployments that actually help people. And that's really what we focus on. It's financial grade infrastructure, focusing on cross-border payments, on making sure that payments can move at the speed of the snap of a finger at incredibly low cost, as well as built with the idea that infrastructure grade technology is the most critical point. Correct. That it doesn't fail, that it is always operational, and that it can be designed for anybody, no matter where the domicile. And that's really been our focus. And frankly, this is where I'm so excited to be on stage with you, because we actually have this really, I think, strong track record with governments, institutional deployments that have seen Stellar as a blockchain really designed to be able to deliver capabilities like that.
You heard the guy. Strong relations with governments, with the institutions. Stellar has avoided controversies. And look at this. This is the idea of G20 as well. G20 set targets for faster, cheaper cross-border payments by 2030. And over here, we realize that G20 says that as a part of the research, that microtransactions are much more than high volume transactions. The Stellar's agenda is to serve the underserved, bank the unbanked, and this is what G20 wants. More people in the financial arena, more financial inclusivity, and that is what Stellar and Donnell Dixon obviously want to bring to the game of finance when it comes to Stellar.
There's room to grow. And then on the third finding,
that was just on the transaction sizes in general and the capability of, stable coins and Airteam's payment rails to really execute on sending these small value transactions. Just under 42% of the transactions were less than $10 that were executed, and about 16% of the transactions were less than $2.
Wow.
So, and oftentimes those were transactions where a business was sending money to an individual very far away from them. So again, it was very compelling to see the performance of this asset and kind of these new opportunities that it was creating. I guess the last thing I'll cite there is that part of the G20 roadmap includes goals around access. And the kind of specific language that they have is that, by 2027, everybody in the world should have access to at least one payment provider to be able to send or receive cross-border payments. But what I would say is that everybody includes a lot of people who live on like $1 or $2 a day. And so even if they have access to a payment provider, if the transaction size...
Guys, the Stellar ecosystem continues to expand, and it is aligning well with the targets of great financial institutions. Talking about expansions, look at this. We have talked about Zebec Network a lot, the Zebec Network community and the Stellar community, Xlm community. It is time to merge, in my opinion, because both of their paths are merging. Stellar has selected Zebec to bring real-time streaming payroll to its ecosystem, marking the first native deployment of Zebec's streaming infrastructure outside of Solana network. So this is the first network that Zebec is going towards instead of Solana. For Zebec, this is a meaningful step. It is a recognition that we have built a trusted model for how money can move continuously, globally, and in real time. So this is a win-win situation for both Zebec and Stellar. It legitimizes Zebec as a potential real utility player. Meanwhile, gives Stellar an access to the Zebec ecosystem. Zebec has supported Stellar across its card infrastructure for over 2 years, making this a natural next step from access to full native functionality at a high level. Zebec will enable businesses to pay employees and contractors on Stellar in real time by the second. So this is what it is all about. And why choosing Stellar? This is the question that Zebec Network fans, the community might ask, even the general public. Stellar has always been purpose-built for payments. We've been covering Stellar Xlm for years now, guys. It is one of the most decent projects when it comes to developments out there, specifically cross-border payments. It is one of the few blockchain networks that has consistently focused on real-world financial use cases and institutional adoption. It does not play around. It operates in alignment with payment standards such as the ISO 20022 and maintains deep connectivity to payment providers, fintechs, and regulated institutions. and obviously the real world reach with MoneyGram. One of the most powerful aspects of this integration is what happens after the payment is made. Through Stellar's integration with MoneyGram, users can convert digital dollars into local currency at more than 450,000 locations across over 170 current countries, guys. This is what it is all about. From Manila to Mexico City. This is beyond theory. This is blockchain in everyday use. What does this unlock for businesses? Global payroll without banking friction. For workers, instant access to earnings. For the ecosystem, a real world use case at scale. So, the Zebec on Stellar is payroll built for how the world actually works and more than just a theoretical assumption of how it should be. So this is use cases, practical use cases in action. Zebec ecosystem expansion continues, obviously, as Zebec continues to integrate across multiple chains. The goal remains consistent: deliver a unified experience where payroll, payments, and spending work seamlessly across networks without added complexity for businesses or users. I would like to add a simple statement over here. What Zebec
I'm tripping. Yeah. Crypto Pete. Yeah, Zebec is pumping, man. You can see it is up finally 10% today. But my question is, are we going to pass over the 003 and back on up to the 005? Because currently we're at the 003, and you can see here clearly on the 30-minute chart, we're losing volume. So somebody's selling, right? Even on the 15-minute chart, we're losing volume. With an announcement like this, we shouldn't be losing volume, right? 5-minute chart, we're bearish and we're losing volume, right? 15-minute chart, we're bearish, losing volume. 45-minute chart, we are still bullish and adding volume. 2-hour chart, we're very bullish and adding volume. And on the 4-hour chart, there's a red candle for the first time. Seems like Zebec would keep pushing, right? It would keep pumping. Why are we, see, like today, there's a red candle, right? There's a pullback. Why is it pullbacking with an announcement like this, right? Zebec is getting partnerships daily is crazy. I mean, but Zebec is working, right? These guys are definitely in and about, right? These guys are always pulling partnerships and always making moves. So I can definitely see where Zebec would be on the up and up, right? Because they are constantly working. And there was mention about that in the partnership with the London Stock Exchange. I was looking at a video talking about that recently as well. I'm trying to find it on the screener here. Dang, which one is it? That's weird. Let's see, what are we up here? 10.3. I'm trying to find, yeah, there we go. 003. This must be correct. So on the screener, what the freak happened? It looks like they are selling. Lots of selling going on, man. You can see here. Oh, I think you can do it. Yeah, buy. Let's do 50,000. Yeah, so it's not crazy sales, right? It's not ridiculous amounts I think you can do it. You used to be able to do it by I guess you can't do it by actual sizes, right? But it looks like 100,000 bought, 100,000 bought, 100,000 bought, 60,000, 60,000, 60,000. So there's definitely still a lot of buying action going on here as well. So let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. And I want to thank you guys for joining. And I'm about to get ready for XRP, I guess. But thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the like, subscribe button. Share the stream with anybody watching. Xlm, Zbcn, XRP, and real world payment crypto. And before we close, drop the final prediction in the chat. Which moves first here, XLM or ZBCN? I want to hear your price targets on the timeline. And let me know what you guys think about this partnership before we shut it down on the day. And thanks everyone for joining. Currently, Zebec is up 11.8%. According to Live Coin Watch, and CoinMarketCap says it's up 11.8 to 0023. So it's pumping. Current market cap is 232.9 million. Let's go. But let me know what you guys think about it in the chat. What is this? Spent another what? Mysterious Whale spent another 36.7 million US to buy 17. What does this have to do with Zebec? It's not even Zebec. Teased a major partnership. Development selects Zebec for global payroll, expanding via MoneyGram integration, boosting Zebec in the XLM narrative. So it looks like Candy has blocked me. What's wrong with people? Whatever is here for the long run will be greatly rewarded. One of the most powerful aspects of integration, what happens after the payment's made through Stellar, the integration with MoneyGram, users can convert digital dollars into local currency, more than 450,000 locations across 170 countries. That means a worker paid in USDC can receive funds instantly and their family can pick up cash later anywhere from Malaysia to Mexico City. No banks required, no delays. This is where blockchain moves beyond theory and into everyday use. What this unlocks for businesses: global payroll without banking friction for workers, instant access to earning for the ecosystem, real world use case at scale. Zebec on Stellar's payroll, built for how the world actually works. Zebec's ecosystem expansion continues as Zebec continues to integrate across multiple chains. The goal remains consistent: deliver a unified experience where payroll, payments, and sending money seamlessly across networks without adding complexity for business users. So, again, thanks for joining. I don't want to hold you guys all night. What is this? This is something. I'm bullish on Zebec. Before you listen to all the simultaneous photos leaving comments here, ask yourself, out of all the tokens out there, why would you want to discourage you from holding Zebec bags? And that's right, right? Why are so many fudders coming to the Zebec project? I was thinking that too, guys. Something to leave you guys with, right? Why would you hate on this project, right? Out of all the projects out there, out of all the stuff and all the ecosystems, this is the one project you FUD and you FUD hard. I don't understand. I don't know what's going on. But again, let's get back to the money, guys, and stay dangerous. It's your main man, BTM, signing out. Miners out.